What the hell?
When we were younger, we thought everyone was on our side. Then we grew a little and romanticized the time I saw flowers in your hair. 'Cause it takes a boy to live, it takes a man to pretend he was there. So then we grew a little and knew a lot, and now we demonstrated it to the cops. And all the things we said, we were self-assured. 'Cause it's a long road to wisdom, but it's a short one to being ignored. Be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart. So now I think that I could love you back, and I hope it's not too late, 'cause you're so attractive and the way you move, I won't close my eyes. 'Cause it takes a man to live, it takes a woman to make him compromise. So be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart.
I am home. I'm covered in sand. So I'm gonna shower quickly and then let's debrief. What a day. What an absolute day, man. I decided late last night that I was going to drive to the ferry terminal. So I texted the group chat to see if anybody wanted to drive. And one of the girls was like, yeah, sure. Anyway, long story short, I picked her up this morning, and thank God I picked her up this morning. Thank God, because if she was not in the car with me, I don't know what I would have done. Basically, I think I was driving on the wrong side of the highway. I don't really know. I still, right now, I don't know. I might have been, I might not have been. I might have been in the right. Very well, very well could have been on the wrong side of the highway. Honestly, driving on the left side of the road is not as scary or hard as I thought it was going to be. Like, it took a couple times to get used to it, but other than that, it's fine. The roads in Australia are insane. They're so stupid, so confusing. They make absolutely no sense. So basically, the GPS is telling me that I need to turn right. And I'm like looking and I'm like, I'm turning right on to what looks like the other side of the highway, which would be incoming traffic. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Panicked, drove past it. So we had to go all the way around and come back. We're going again. I'm looking. I'm like, this just is not making any sense. Like, where am I supposed to be turning? What in the absolute hell? Still was just like, there's no way this is where I need to turn. Drove past it again, go around. So by this point, like, we're gonna be late. We have to lock in. We need to get this next turn or else we are not making the ferry. So we go again and she's like, that is literally the only possible option. Sam's playing piano. That is literally the only possible option, like, do it. So I did, and I don't know, it was a blessing and a curse because there was like nobody around. So there was nobody to have a head-on collision with, but there was no one for me to follow or to tell if I was on the right side of the road. Except for not one, but two police cars drive by, and they were probably looking at me like, what is this fucking idiot doing? But like, they had their lights on and were like going somewhere, so they didn't have time to deal with me, but pretty sure I was on the wrong side of the highway. Anyway, so then we're like what the GPS is telling us, like, we're gonna be there at 9:02. The ferry leaves at 9. So I'm like zooming, making up for lost time, trying to get there on 9. Ended up actually making it like right like 8:59. We could have got on the ferry. No parking. No parking. So all the other girls got on the 9 o'clock ferry, and me and Evie were stuck and had to wait for the next ferry to go across. So we ended up meeting them later, whatever. Had such a fun day. There was 6 of us girls. They were all so lovely. We had so much fun. The waves at the beach, I don't think you can tell from the video, they were massive. They were massive. And I had so much fun. I had so much fun. Like, I was playing in the waves for like an hour and I just didn't want to get out. It was like the first thing that like felt like home, felt like being a child again. Like, me and my siblings used to love playing in the waves. So it was so much fun. And there was like people surfing. It was crazy to watch. I wanted to try it so bad. I was so tempted to just be like, hey, mind if I use your surfboard? And then all the girls ended up leaving on the 4:15 ferry, but me and Evie decided to stay and catch the 5:31 just so that we had a little bit more time. We're coming back on the ferry, and the guy's going around like getting like tickets, and he comes up to us and he's like, do you have your tickets? And we're like, yeah. Go to bring out our phone to like get the ticket. He's like, are you about to show me an online ticket? And we're like, yeah. He points to a ferry like directly across from us, like just going across the ocean. And he's like, you're supposed to be on that ferry. Anyway, it ended up being fine, and they literally have like an agreement in place with the other ferry company where like if somebody goes on the wrong one, they like compensate each other or whatever, because I guess it happens a lot. But me and my girl were having a rough day. Just nothing was going right. So then I am going to drive us home, and I ended up driving in the city for the first time, whilst also driving in the dark for the first time. And then on top of that, it started raining. First time seeing rain in the entire month I've been here. And I think I was just on level 100 from already driving on the wrong side of the road. So that was so stressful. So stressful. But yeah, that was my little debrief. I didn't actually talk in any of my videos today because I was with a bunch of new people and I didn't want them to think I was a weirdo. But I had so much fun, and I'm so glad that I did that. And I'm so glad that I got to take you guys along. I'm going to go and search up that intersection and go downstairs and show Sam and Rachel and ask them to explain to me how to drive, because I almost died today.